What's the deal? You already know what it is. Back in this one, another video to pump out to my young boys. Maybe
in 1.7 miles. Take exit 11A to merge onto I-96
today.
downtown Detroit.
We out and about. Just getting on here to chop it up with y'all for a bit. You know, I've been making a lot of content, going back in the archives, chopping and screwing some stuff, re-uploading some things. You know, got a lot of good stuff that I was able to get up, but a lot of the stuff that I used to talk about, you know, back in the day, I used to talk about a lot of modern women. I used to talk about modern women, modern men, you know, dating, relationships, and yeah, I'm feeling that today. So let's keep the trend going. As y'all enter the stream, make sure you double tap the screen and hit the like button. Roll to 1K. Truth gone. True. Let's let truth live, man. Let's get this truth out here. But
stay in the second lane from right.
Today's age, as the title suggests, in today's age, the modern woman is gonna sit up there. She's gonna
use the right lane to take exit 11A to merge onto I-96 toward downtown.
Sorry, y'all. But she's gonna sit up there. She's gonna reject men of the Most High every time, bruh. That's what y'all gotta know. Men of the Most High, chosen men, real chosen men, bruh. We are the hottest commodity, but at the same time,
take the exit, then keep left to merge onto I-96.
Still the most ostracized and rejected group of men on the planet.
Use the left lane.
Because at the end of the day, it's all spiritual. Hopefully y'all can't hear my GPS. I don't know, but yeah, it's all spiritual. Everything.
Use the left lane to keep
left to merge onto I-96. Will manifest in the physical, but it has to happen in the spiritual first. There's a world that is unseen. There's a world unseen where things are constantly changing, dynamics are shifting, and
keep left.
On our end, we just here in the flesh. So all we see is the physical. But a lot of things happen in the spiritual realm, and the spirit that's on a lot of men of the Most High is a spirit that simply cannot intertwine and become one with the spirit of a woman that has not fully accepted the Most High. And facts, I was gonna get
in 7.8 miles.
I was definitely gonna get there soon. Von Israel said most times rejection is the best protection, and that's all it is to it. The Most High is going to sit up there and use you. He's going to use you to judge the wicked first and foremost, but he's also going to use you as a repellent. He's going to use you as a repellent. Like said, a lot of the times, we see stuff that happen on the physical plane, and we see people start moving funny. We see people start acting weird, and people starting to, you know, essentially turn on us. And we personalize a lot of that stuff. We personalize people sitting up there treating us unworthy, you know, treating us as if we're just, you know, regular. And that's one of the major frustrations that I know a lot of brothers have when it comes to being out here in the dating pool, and you living your life as a righteous man. You living your life as a righteous man who's seeking repentance, who is pursuing the Most High, who only wants the best out of everybody, who's only coming with completely pure intentions, but yet somehow, some way, you still wound up being demonized and turned into a villain of some sort. And the thing is, you're gonna be the villain in somebody's story. Y'all gonna have to be the villain in a lot of people's story. We're the villain in Satan's story. In Satan's story, we are his villain. We are the villains. We're the enemies. But that just goes to show the spirit that's under, that a lot of these women are under. Thank you. I appreciate it. Let's see. Bro, you look a lot like a lot of people I know. You from ATL? No, I'm from Detroit. But I be in ATL. Shout out to my Atlanteans. Again, make sure y'all double tap the screen, leave a like, so the video can spread through the algorithm. We're trying to grow this mug. But yeah, man, y'all are gonna suffer a lot of rejection out here. And a lot of that stems from, you know, fellas, we gotta be accountable for our actions. A lot of that stems from our own personal lust. We be out here, you know, dating, casual dating, whatever you want to call it, and we be out here playing the field, trying to see what's shaking, and we gravitate towards women for the wrong reasons. We're not looking at women as a mirror to see how her feminine can complement our masculine. A lot of the times, we're looking for something to pedestalize. A lot of the times, men are looking for something to earn, to win, something to win and worship. And you got to watch that, fellas, because and you know, our nature as men, I understand that we are conquerors and we like to, you know, control and all of that good stuff. But at the same time, it could be a double-edged sword if you're not paying attention to your energy and your spirit. You can find yourself sitting up there trying to conquer a woman, and the whole time you trying to conquer a demon. You seeing some cheeks, you seeing cake, you seeing yams, and you like, I gotta have that. And then once you end up having that, however it end up going down, along the way, you like, this woman is actually kind of cool. We might actually be able to build something beyond just me smashing. Even though I already smashed and got what I wanted, she's kind of cool. Maybe this can be more. That's not the way. That's not the way. Because little do you know what you have essentially done. You started building a house on lust. You started trying to build under the Most High when your foundation is rooted in lust. You wasn't out there looking for partners. You wasn't out there looking for a suitable helpmate to complement you. You wasn't out there looking for a rib. You was out there looking for cheeks. And then
in 2 miles, keep right toward Toledo.
And then the other stuff came afterwards. Then you was like, okay, this could be something. But you already done messed up. You already done messed up. And the Most High he's gonna tear that down. And it may not happen right away, because some people have, I ain't gonna even say some, well, yeah, I am gonna say some people. You know, some people have honeymoon phases. And honeymoon phases can vary. A honeymoon phase can be a couple weeks, or, my bad, y'all. A honeymoon phase can be a couple weeks, or it could be what is you doing? Yeah, they playing with this traffic. But yeah, the honeymoon phase can either be a couple weeks, or it could sit up there and be months. Some people honeymoon phase last years. You know, it all varies. But at the end of the day, the Most High is gonna come to collect. He's gonna come and collect. Because again, that union is not built on anything. That union wasn't built on righteousness. That union was built on straight lust. And fellas, like I said, we get ourselves caught up in that just by being out here trying to smash. So we end up intermingling with the wrong type of women. And we have women who can sit up there and, you know, there's women who can have a sense of righteousness, who can have a form of godliness, but deep down really lacks the power thereof. You got to watch out for that. It's grifters out here. Telling y'all, it is grifters out here. Especially there to set up to set up righteous men. Because at the end of the day, you know, Satan is not gonna just send no regular degular at one of y'all. He's not gonna just send. I mean, he will, but he's gonna use everything that he got for y'all. He's not just gonna send you, you know, hood rat, thought pocket, sexy red archetype chicks, because, you know, a righteous man is obviously gonna see that trap and be like, this don't add. Like, why would I sit up there and do that? Hopefully that's what y'all on. But yeah, like, yeah, you just gonna be like, nah, that I'm not even gonna do that. So he's gonna send the ones that's gonna come wolf in sheep's clothing. He's gonna send those elite soldiers who you are not gonna expect.
In 3/4 of a mile,
take exit 215A to merge onto M10 South toward downtown.
He's gonna send you them elites. He's gonna send you the ones who can play that role, who's gonna have you put your guard down. But you have to judge a person off of their fruits. Talk is cheap. Talk is cheap. Let me read some of y'all comments. So 6 years single and celibate.
stay in the second lane.
Settling for a true woman of God. They are few and far between. Man, that's a fact. That's a fact. When Moses, I believe it was Moses, but when he did that census and he was looking for the upright people in the world, he sat up there and said out of 1,000 men, and I'm gonna go back to that in a minute, but he said out of 1,000 men, he was only
Use the right lane to take.
Exit 215A.
He was only able to
merge onto
find
M10
one
South
man.
toward downtown.
He was only able to find one man that was upright. Out of 1,000 women, it's not a game out here.
Take the exit.
If he said out of 1,000 women, he ain't find a single one that was upright, what do you think the law average is of you sitting up there finding a righteous woman? Because he said out of 1,000, it wasn't even one. So it could be 1,500. It could be every 2,000. It could be every 3. It could be every 4, 5. We don't know. We don't even know the math. We don't even know the math of how many righteous women that he actually, well, he found none, but we don't know the math, the actual math to see how many righteous women exist in today's time. In today's time, we don't know. It's a dice roll. And shout out to that brother, Saving Souls Ministries, because that's the way. You really have to sit up there. You really have to sit up there and like, what's the word I'm looking for? Consecrate. I think that's the word I'm looking for. But basically, you have to put your flesh under subjection. The only way you're gonna be able to gravitate towards a woman that's of the Most High, that's on the same timing that you on, that's not sitting up there casually dating, that's not getting her back beat in every other month. Yeah, I said every other month.
Stay in the left 3 lanes.
Because
In 1.3 miles.
yeah, I'm not gonna go down that rabbit hole.
75 toward Toledo.
But the only way you're gonna find a woman that's not sitting up there getting her cheeks thrashed is if you not sitting up there, you not out here smashing chicks willy-nilly. You not out here creating a bunch of unnecessary soul ties. That's the only way you're gonna be able to pull it off. Because every time you sit up there and you create that soul tie with a woman, and she's not right, you are literally putting your life at risk every single time.
Stay in the second lane.
You are literally putting your whole life at risk. These women want y'all dead, bro. That's what y'all don't understand. It's a thin line between love and hate. And when these women be coming in the auspice of showing love, this is what I noticed in my life.
Use the right lane to take.
Exit 28 to merge onto I-75 toward Toledo.
This is what I noticed in my life. When it comes to women, they either, and I got to give it up how I got to give it up, you know, pardon my French, but they either on dick or they full of hate. That's it.
Take the exit, then keep
Right to merge onto
There's no in
I-75
between.
south toward Toledo.
There's no in between. Because that first part, when they be
keep right to merge onto
I-75 south toward
that
Toledo.
first part,
Then keep left.
when they are sitting up there love bombing and they treating you like,
keep left to merge onto
you know,
I-75
a
south toward
king,
Toledo.
royalty, all of that type of stuff. They giving you everything that
in
you
about
want.
1 mile.
Keep left toward Springfield.
All of that is just so you can sit up there and put your guard down, and so they can go for the kill. And I can speak from personal experience. I've had women that straight up told me like on some joking stuff. Like I've had women jokingly tell me like, "Oh, I'll kill you," type shit. Like I will murder you on some shit. And this is another thing. You gotta pay attention.
Use the left lane to keep
Left toward Springwells.
I take everything that come out of people's mouths literal, because that's your heart. No woman that truly loves and respects you is gonna ever sit up there and even contemplate ending your life, even if it's a joke or not. Same way as on a lower level, no woman that truly loves and respects you is ever gonna sit up there
keep left.
and belittle you, demean you. Like in the video I was watching, I posted a clip of on my shorts. The chick was calling this dude academic. She called him a clown in that clip. I'm like, your woman call you a clown, it's over with. There's no love there. She hates you. Cause why would she sit up there and call you a clown? Or even if y'all's women is cussing y'all out, if y'all girls cussing y'all out, if she calling y'all a bitch ass nigga and all sorts of stuff like that, especially that. Like if your girl ever call you a bitch ass nigga,
In 5.8 miles.
Take exit 43A onto Schaefer Highway south toward
if she ever call you anything of the sort, she hates you. Trust and believe. No matter how much love you think she got for you, trust and believe it's the opposite. Because the demons that's on her, she got demons on her. And they can't love you if you are the Most High. So, you know, that's simple math. That's simple math. It says, somebody said, true that. It's Craven Dayton here, and there's, it's Craven David. Damn, can I read? I'm trying to drive and read. No, it ain't me. But look, okay, true that. It's craving dating. It's craving dating here and there. It's nasty and confusing. Pretty soon, sex makes you feel like that's the tool to getting a good partner in marriage. People get lost in that. That's a fact. That's a fact. People think, all right, this how guys think. I ain't gonna be fake. This how guys think sometimes. They like, all right, I'm about to clap cheeks, and when I clap, I'm gonna give her the absolute wrath, so then she can sit up there and love and respect me and treat me like a king because I done just gave her the ultimate meat. Like, this how guys be thinking. Whole time, that's not how that go. You might get her to be fake submissive and fake in love and all of this type of stuff for a week or two or a couple months, but you better believe it's some hatred there. Y'all sit up there, you sit up there, a lot of men come into the realization to that. This kind of like a tangent, but not really. A lot of men come into realization of that, to how these women treat y'all seed. Yeah, y'all doing all of this casual dating. You think you and this chick is getting along good, and y'all think y'all all tight, and y'all think that y'all locked in on the low key. You sit up there, you smashing. That's your little yeah. She fucking around, get pregnant on something. Now she fucking around, get pregnant, and then she rushing to the wherever she can sit up there, get to that clinic and terminate that seed. Cause she hates your seed. She hates your blood. She hates you. You can't sit up there and fall for the smoke and mirrors. You cannot sit up there and fall for the smoke and mirrors. These women are going to reject men of truth. And fellas, again, I urge y'all, just don't take it personally. Do not take it personally. This is the Most High's protection. He is keeping those demons away from you. He is keeping those demons away from you. And y'all gotta cut these people off. If you recognize a demon is being a demon, and you keep that person around you, you are asking for whatever the consequences is of that. Because the Bible say that the dark is not supposed to fellow. It says, what business do the dark have with the light? The dark ain't supposed to be fellowshipping with the light. Or the light ain't supposed to be fellowshipping with the dark. So, yeah, and it talks about he who walking in the counsel of the ungodly. There's so many Bible verses that talk about being set apart and staying away from these damn energy vampires, these demons and these leeches. But it's really just a matter of tapping in and cutting those ties and keeping them cut. Because when those people rejected you, when those people hurted you, they meant to do it. They did it with full-on intentions of hurting you. They wanted you dead. They wanted you to give up on life and rope yourself after they sat up there and did with some of that stuff they did to y'all. Some of y'all are literally inside of humiliation rituals with these women. And you know, women too. Some of y'all are in humiliation rituals with these men because when they seem like they are constantly putting you through stuff, or they are constantly keeping you in emotional turmoil and emotional anguish, and they can just do it unconsciously. They don't even realize that they are sitting up there haunting you, or they don't realize they are sitting up there not haunting, but they don't realize that they are sitting up there
In 2 miles, take
terrorizing you, constantly sitting up there picking at scabs, opening up old wounds. You got to cut those people off, because the demons that is on them is still on a mission. The demons that is on them is on a constant mission to hurt you. And that demon is not going to stop. They're going to subconsciously be constantly keeping you in pain. And those people have a lot of y'all inside of these humiliation rituals where you are constantly humiliating yourself and being humiliated by these people in their actions. But yet you keep on returning. You keep on allowing them to come back. You keep on allowing yourself to be a revolving door. And if you are of the truth and if you are of righteousness, you have to cut these people off and not cut them off. And this is another thing. And this is something I'm personally guilty of. Not cutting people off just so you can get them to come back. Because I'm personally guilty of that. Because as somebody who's accustomed to isolation, now follow me, as somebody who's accustomed to isolation, who's accustomed to solitude and things like that already, I have a high tolerance for it. So, and I know a lot of y'all do too, have high tolerances of being alone. So it's easier for us to cut people off. Now, with that perk, sometimes you'll get caught up sitting up there trying to cut somebody off with the intentions subconsciously of getting that person to come back, because everything
stay in the second lane from.
If you understand simple human, what's that word, psychology, then you understand reach and withdraw. Reach and withdraw is the concept of if one person is reaching out, the other person is pulling back.
Use the right lane to take.
The other person is reaching out. You learn that in sales. But yeah, reach and withdraw. So if you sitting up there reaching out and that person is pulling back, then you're not gonna sit up there and keep reaching out and reaching and reaching and reaching, because now you look thirsty. So then what you naturally do, what you click into is, okay, I'm about to pull back. And if I pull back, then they're gonna have to reach out. But we gotta eliminate that thought process. We gotta eliminate that line of thinking.
In 3/4 of a mile.
People off, we're cutting them off for a reason. We need to cut people off with the intentions of never speaking to these people again in our lives. And we got to just give it up like that.
Stay in the left lane.
I know that's gonna sound harsh for a lot of y'all, because a lot of y'all have soul ties with people. A lot of y'all have these attachments, and I know it is going to be difficult. And you probably like, okay, what if this person changed their ways? What if this person is coming back? Or what if they eventually repent? What if they do this? It's over with. It's over with. We can't sit up there and harp on these hypotheticals when we are in the end times and lives is at stake. It's lives at stake. It's too many people counting on y'all to be at y'all 100% A game for y'all to be counting on somebody else to maybe or maybe not come to truth or come to understanding and, you know, come around to whatever program that you want the person on. You can't, it ain't no time for that. You have to cut people off. You have to cut people off with the intention of never speaking to them again. And you just leave it like that. If the Most High wants to arrange something where that person comes back and they seek and repent,
Go past the slide.
whatever, how that go,
onto South Bassett
that's
Street.
different. But your intentions have to be set on this person is gone and that's it.
Turn left, then the
I'm never talking to them again. I'm never seeing them again. That's how you gotta come. Because
in 800 feet.
The destination is on your right.
otherwise, you're gonna remain in that humiliation ritual. You're gonna remain tortured. But we got some scripts. Hold on. It says Isaiah 46:9. Remember the former things of old, for I am God and there is none else. I am God and there is none like me. Declaring the end from the beginning and from ancient times. The things that are not done yet, my counsel shall stand, and I will do all my pleasure.
The destination is on your
Right.
That's a fact. That's a fact, man. Got to my spot. Hold on. Saving Souls, what up? What's the deal? Official Brotherly Music and TV. Read this other comments. A wicked man is given as a portion to a wicked woman, but a godly man is given to him that fear of the Lord. Facts. And that's another thing. That's the accountability right there. And shout out to Vine Israel for that. Because a lot of the times, again, fellas, we get caught up on wanting to be the victim. We want to be the victim and be like, oh, this bitch did me wrong. And she did this and she did that. No, it ain't none of that. Because at the end of the day, you chose her. And she was the portion to you. If she was wicked, then that means when you met her, you was in wickedness. You wasn't in the right standard with the Most High. So that's a fact for sure. The script. So I had a rebound girlfriend who had body dysmorphia. Within a week of me fornicating with her, I had body dysmorphia for the first time in my life at 23. Wow. That's crazy. That just goes to show it's spiritual. When you sit up there, oh, what's the deal? What up, nigga? No, but when you sit up there and co-mingle with the wrong spirits, then you know it's only down from there. It's only down.
Hit the gas station for me.
I got you. One sec.
Doing your thing.
Heck yeah. But that's the video, y'all, man. Shout out to everybody that joined. You know, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Road to 1K. We up. We about to be there. So more content on the way. And yeah, shout out to the chat again. Let y'all take care. Stay safe. I'm on y'all boys.